This is the secret sauce. This is why the MaxFlow pressure washers can do what they do.
It's almost like taking two M Pros and combining it into one unit.
That's wild. That's wild. The pressure washer is tucked away where you can't see it, where air can't get to it, and it's still going to run cool. I'm with Sonny at MaxFlow.
Yep, that's correct.
And we've got a whole bunch of new MaxFlows coming out.
That's correct.
You guys have a great display here.
Thank you so much.
You know, having all these colors that you're showing off.
Yeah.
The new washers are out clear for everybody to see.
Yep. Thank you so much. Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for stopping by.
Sure.
I guess I'll kind of walk you down the different products that we currently have and currently are carrying, and then obviously feel free to stop if you've got any questions.
Absolutely.
So our flagship model, the M Pro 25, is really what we started off with, and the way that really the technology that comes in within is actually coming from this particular internal working, which is a permanent magnet motor attached to a triplex pump that helps us deliver a compact, compactfulness of the pressure washer within the M Pro 25. This thing will produce 2.5 GPMs at 1500 psi. 4.5 orifice nozzle sizes, all running on a 15 amp circuit. Nice. So we're going to be able to achieve incredible numbers, especially for those auto detailers really trying to get to that get to those figures. What we have here are kind of new products that we're going to be launching sometime next year in March. What we have here are going to be the MCs. These are going to be our commercial budget-friendly units, and so we wanted to kind of at least have a unit that's kind of like one-time use. You use it, set it, forget it, and throw it away eventually in the future. But we also have this one, our Victory, which is going to be our more commercial unit that does 4.5 GPMs and 1500 psi. The difference here is it's going to be on a 20 amp, 220 volt circuit. So we're going to be able to produce, a lot higher GPMs. It's almost like taking two M Pros and combining it into one unit.
That's wild. That's wild. So one of the things that I'm seeing here first is, your pump style. It's sitting on the outside.
Correct.
Is the plan to have these somewhat serviceable?
Yes. Somewhere down the near future, we will provide equipment for you guys to self-service a lot of these pumps, or have designated service centers to kind of service most of these pumps. But if you do take care of the pumps and you do service out the oil, these things are designed to kind of last forever.
Very nice. And the pump design, is that something that you guys designed on your own?
Correct. Yeah. So the pump design again is a triplex crankshaft pump that we have a patent on. But what we have here are going to be as long as on the MC units, these are all aluminum and finished aluminum here. These pumps and with the combination of the permanent magnet motor again is what's really unique about the MaxFlow pressure washers.
And so you actually have a permanent magnet motor.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. A little piece of it actually. So what we have here is our permanent magnet motor. The way that this works is it will take water in through this valve here, and it will kind of self-cool itself. And using the triplex pumps over here, will push the water actually out. And so it's kind of a very unique case.
So you have a cooling jacket.
Correct.
The water never touches these magnets.
No,
right?
that is
probably
correct.
Be bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct. But it's cooling itself down as soon as you're pushing water inside, kind of in a circular flow here. Okay. And it will be extruded through this side over here.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna do a quick freeze frame here because I didn't fully appreciate what was going on while I was at SEMA. It wasn't until I was editing this video that I was like, oh my gosh, this is something new. This is the secret sauce. This is why the MaxFlow pressure washers can do what they do, and it's because of that permanent magnet motor. Now, there are two features here that I saw that I want to touch on. So first, the water cooling. No other pressure washers on the market right now, at least to my knowledge. Maybe there is something out there, but in terms of a consumer level pressure washer, nothing's water cooled. So why is that important? Well, you don't have to rely on your ambient temperatures to cool things down. All of our other pressure washers are air cooled. If you look at the housings on them, you'll see, especially on the Active 2.3, you'll see fins along the outside casing. Well, that's for air cooling, right? With this, we don't need those fins. It's water cooled. It's using the water from your hose to cycle around there and cool down. So on a 90-degree day, 100-degree day, you've got 70-degree water cooling on here. So obviously the cooler something runs, typically, at least with these types of motors, especially one with magnets, the cooler they are, the more effective they can be. So that is the first point, is that on a hot day, it's getting basically air conditioning without any airflow. The caveat to that is that it's not a hot water pump. You do not want to run hot water through here, or else you can easily overheat it. The second thing is that, and we'll see this in a minute, if something is water cooled and doesn't need airflow around it, well, you can place it in a box. You can place it somewhere where there are no fans. And that's what they've done. We'll see in a minute. Like I said, they're a little pack out for mobile detailers or even at-home detailers who just don't want to put something on the wall. The pressure washer is tucked away where you can't see it, where air can't get to it, and it's still going to run cool. So that's a huge deal. That's a massive deal. The second part is the permanent magnet motor. What is it? I'm not an electrical guy, and I will try my best. But basically, induction motors are those big, heavy motors that we see on the Active 2.3. They are AR630s, and they have just a very large component on the inside, and they have to generate their own magnetic field. Both induction motors and permanent magnet motors, they operate off of magnetic fields, but induction motors don't have magnets. So it has to generate that field. And the way it does that is with pumping electricity through it. The reason permanent magnet motors are more efficient is because the magnets are there. You already have your magnetic field. So you don't have to dedicate any energy or any electricity to generating one. And the magnets that are in there are very, what are the rare earth magnets that are very powerful. So, without having to dedicate any electricity to that, well, now you can use a smaller motor, you can put it into a smaller package, and, and that's also probably why the noise is different too. It's quite a different noise, but we're getting some serious numbers out of these. So cooling and the permanent magnet deal, I mean, it's kind of a 1-2 punch in terms of, really in terms of innovation, because neither of these things are anything that we've seen. So I just wanted to say kudos to MaxFlow on this one. That is some cool stuff. Oh, and if you're curious on like what some of those internals were, that section was called the stator. Now, an electric motor has two major components. You have a stator and a rotor. The stator, well, it stays there. It doesn't rotate. It doesn't move or anything. It stays right there. The rotor rotates. And that rotating assembly has the magnets on it. So that's where the permanent magnets are located. And that whole piece gets connected to a shaft. And then that shaft is what drives your pump, right? So whether it's a triplex or a wobble plate, that's what drives the pump. And then how about underneath here? What's
over here? Let's go ahead and take a look at the this display unit here real quickly. We have our oil kind of reservoir, if you will. Again, our M Pro and our MX3 are going to be oil serviceable, and so what we have here are just going to be the engine oil, 15W40. Nice. But any engine oil will do inside of this reservoir, and it's fully changeable using the breather valve that's on the side. The hexagonal bolt, you just untwist it. Yep, that's correct. And there's going to be a valve at the very bottom, a drain valve that you can unhex with the L wrench, and you just change it out almost like a car.
That's pretty easy then.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. We'll try our best to kind of make sure that these tools really for the professionals are as simple and as easy as as possible. So that way they do what they do best, and we provide the best tools that's possible for them.
Awesome. So while we're at this table, I'm seeing a lot of colors here.
Yes.
We've got camo, pink, green. Yep. what's happening here?
Yeah, so customization is one of the things that a lot of our retailers have been asking us about, including like, hey, is it possible to change the plates? Is it possible to add naming on them? Is it possible to, have the colors? These are kind of our unique designs just for SEMA only, to kind of showcase ability for us in the future to really customize it so that your pressure washer is exactly how you want it to be. And so these plates will kind of just sit in the, we have a front plate here, and we have a back plate on the other side. And we also have some samples here for the MX3, which we have a nice green color that will fit on the very, very front plate of this particular machine.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. What's your favorite color here?
Oh man,
I gotta make you a personal color.
I know. I love green.
Yeah.
But I think the camo is cool.
Yeah,
I think teal is gonna go
absolutely
berserk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the detailer's color.
Correct.
So yeah, but I'm a big fan of green. I would love to have a green one.
Absolutely.
In the house, but,
yeah. So these customizations really are going to come out hopefully soon, and we've been really trying to work to try to develop this. But I do want to also show you something really interesting this year at SEMA, which is our carry-on unit, an all-in-one inclusive portable MaxFlow on the go. And so the way that this works is it's a pressure washer housed within this actual box in here. Okay, and so you'll have your retractable reels, you have your extension cord to try to plug into power. As long as you got the garden hose, as long as you got access to power, you're good to go. The idea of this is really to go on a work site, be able to kind of bring on a box that's easy to carry, that's on wheels, and you get up to the site, you set up, and you're ready to go. And so this is our solution to that. And we're thinking about making two different versions, either a 2.5 GPM at 1500 PSI or a 1.2 GPM at 2500 PSI.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
So with
that's huge for a lot of the mobile guys, especially because they'll load these into their trunks.
Yeah.
I don't think you can really stack them very easily.
Correct.
Like if you close this up, you could absolutely put things on top of it.
Absolutely.
And everything.
And this is just still a working product, and we're still fine tuning and making sure we're listening to commentary, especially at SEMA. We already got some really good feedback on how we can make this product better. But at the end of the day, it's really about really listening to what the demand is like for these particular products, and I'm really excited to work with everybody.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. No, this has been great. I also saw that you had some accessories too.
Yeah. Should we? It's getting a little crowded.
SEMA's busy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a busy place.
I guess we'll hop over onto this side. Just mind if I hop over a little bit to do a little video?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get started over here. So starting from this side, we have our 1200 GSM microfiber towel. Edgeless, one swipe, you got all the water that's coming off. Incredibly thick, and so we really, a lot of detailers do prefer this. One of my favorites here is actually going to be our quick connects. As you know, a lot of detailers are going to fidget around with the garden hose, and they don't have the time, and they don't really want to do that. So grab yourself a quick connect is very important.
And I think you had those out as a set, right?
Correct.
Like they're not individual. It's
AP set. AP set. Correct. It's going to cover the line going into your short gun or your long gun. It's going to cover your garden hose and several extra just in case if you do need them.
Now these are shiny.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Obviously heavy, so I know it's a steel of some sort.
304.
Is this a plated or it's a 304?
304 stainless steel.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see the corrosion that you might see on some other stuff, especially with DI water.
Yeah.
Because that stuff, you'll see it everywhere.
Yep, absolutely.
So I'm always happy to see stainless fittings, stainless components.
Yeah.
And then so you have a gun too. You've got
a short gun, premium foam cannon. We also got our 20-degree lance, which just recently came out. What we try to do is really try to make something that's also like we thought about like, hey, look, the wheel wells and the detailing on top of the roof. Mm-hmm. What's going to make it easier? It's not someone obviously with going like this, but rather attaching it to a 20-degree lance or trying to get those angles that are really difficult to reach.
Sure.
So we do have these in stock, and one of the items that we don't have here, but we do have on our website, are just going to be some detailing brushes. But again, this stuff is really just a complementary accessory to our pressure washer. Our main business and goals are to really focus in on the electric.
Awesome.
Yep, that's correct.
Awesome. And then something that we had talked about is, MaxFlow is using a completely different type of motor from other
Correct. Yeah.
What is a permanent magnet motor?
Absolutely. So the permanent magnet motor that we currently are using as a one of three different types of electric motors, right? Most general electric motors are going to be either universal or induction based. In our case, with the permanent magnet motor, it's much more efficient and it allows us to compact the machine down to a very small size. Our pressure washers only weigh 22.5 pounds, right?
I carried it earlier today.
It's lightweight, but it still packs a punch.
For sure.
Hence the tagline, unleash the beast inside and unleash the power inside. And so, what we're trying to do with that type of technology is to really enforce it into all the different products that we currently carry. So you'll see it across from the M Pro to the MCs to the Victory unit. All of them are going to be carrying that permanent magnet motor with the triplex pump.
Awesome. Awesome, man. Well, I'm really excited to see your whole lineup here.
Yeah.
You guys have a great booth, and
thank you so much
your time. Yeah.
Thank you for all you're doing to support us, and we obviously appreciate every single thing that you've done for us as well.
This is one of those things where I think we're seeing some real innovation in the industry.
Thank you. Yeah, and as we continue to get feedback too, let us know what we can do better. That's one of the biggest things about us is we're open to a lot of a commentary. We're open to trying to develop products that really at the end of the day going to be perfect for our audience.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Sonny, so again. It was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, please enjoy the rest of SEMA.
We'll do. You take care.
All right.